guys, let's look at this editing for convention. And I'm going to ask you, why do you think she changed her verb tense? Do you ever think pinching is fun, what she wrote? But then she wrote, do you ever think pinching was fun? Why do you think that she changed that verb tense? I can tell you why. Because she's not writing about what she is doing in the present. If she was writing, do you ever think pinching is fun? She would talk about the action that she is doing now. But instead, she's talking about something she did in the past. So she uses was, which is the past tense of is. Does that make sense to everybody? Does everybody understand that? Okay. Now, the third sentence was, there are 4 steps to making a pinching pot, and then she put a colon. Do you know what the colon is? The 2 little dots. What does the colon mean? Do you know why she put a colon there? Yes, Angie, why?
Because preparing, shaping, firing, and glazing are kind of like a list.
That's very smart. Your answer is correct. You give a colon to give emphasis, to present a dialogue, and to introduce a list or text. Excellent. Now, did you have a chance to look at the editing proofreading marks on page 477? Let's have a quick little look. Let's go down to page 477. Okay, I'm just going to go there. 72, 74, 5, 6, 77. This list here. So once again, this is a list that is on page 477 in your books. And this would explain to you what people all over the world, you know, there are people that write, and then writers have editors, people that go in and look to make sure that the convention is right, to make sure that their spelling is right, their capitalization is right. So when they give the writing back, when the editor gives the writing back to the writer, these here, all these symbols are the way that she shows where the writer has made a mistake and where the writer needs to change the mistake. Does that make sense? So if you underline it 3 times, that means that there needs to be a capital letter. If you cross it out, it means that the letter that you've crossed out needs to be small, not capital. Let's go back and look at the page over here again. We were on page 16 and see the changes that Fumi was told to make. So here the word slam was written all in capital letters, and they said you don't have to do that, you just put a capital S. Now, I don't necessarily agree with that, in the sense that in writing, if you want to make your writing interesting, you can change the typeface. Typeface is the type and what they use to write the type. If you want to put slam, capital slam, to show an emphasis, I don't have a problem with that. So you see, you don't have to agree with what your editor tells you, because you are the boss of your own writing. But you do need to take into consideration what they're saying and say, maybe what she's saying or he's saying could be correct. Do you understand? You are the boss. When you write, they are your thoughts, your feelings. So there you go. Circle means they made a mistake in the way that they wrote the spelling and they changed it. And your, Y-O-U-R. I'm going to stop sharing a little bit. I want to share with you a whiteboard, and I want to do a little bit of contractions. Does everybody know what a contraction is? I'm going to show you. You all do know what contractions are. I'm sure you do. I will show you right now. So I'm going to write on this board, if that's okay with you. How can I say abbreviate cannot? If I want to make cannot smaller as a word, yes, Angie?
can't?
Yes, C-A-N apostrophe S, T, can't. That's a contraction. That's an abbreviation of a word. What about are not? What do you think that would be? Yes, Angie.
Aren't?
A-R-E-N apostrophe T. You guys know this, don't you? I'm so happy. What about there? There is. Carly, you had your hand up. Oh, Carly, go ahead. There is. There's, good girl. You guys know this already. So this is excellent. I don't have to show it to you all. You know it. What about they will? I'll just do a couple more. They will. Yeah, Angie.
They'll?
They'll, correct. They apostrophe L-L. Good. So you one more and then we're going to go back. Did not. What would that be?
Hey, me.
Who's me? Well, have we lost Raphael? Have we lost Raphael? Look, guys, is Raphael there?
I raised my hand.
Raphael. What about did not? What is did not?
Didn't.
Good. Didn't. Excellent, guys. So I can stop sharing that. I'm very proud. You all know this very well. So was that too easy for you? Because if it's too easy, I have to do harder things. Was that too easy? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. Good to know. I'm glad to know that that was too easy. I will make sure not to do that again, okay? Fiona, I see you had your hand up. I'm sorry I didn't answer. I have another question to ask you guys. Punctuation. I'm assuming that because you're all so smart, you all understand punctuation. Let's have a quick little look at it because that's all part of conventions of editing. We are going to go to page 479 in your books. 479. Where are you? 479. All right, I'm going to go this way. It might be easier. And if this is too easy, please tell me because I don't want you to be bored. I want to challenge you. Do you know what that means when I say I want to challenge you?
Challenge me to
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah, I want to make it a little bit hard so that you guys learn something. So I have a feeling this is too easy, but this is what the book tells me to teach you. Making punctuation and periods. Fiona, do you feel like reading this page for us?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead.
Marking punctuation, periods. A period is used to end a sentence. It is also used after initials, after abbreviations, and as a decimal point.
Very good. Want to continue? Go ahead.
Use a period to end a sentence that is a statement, a command, or a request. Taro won the pitching contest. Take his picture. Please loan me your baseball cap. Use a period after an initial in a person's name. An initial is the first letter of a name.
Fiona, the pronunciation of that word is initial. Try that again, initial.
Initial.
Initial with an N, initial.
Initial.
Initial with an N. Good girl, good girl. Carry on, please. Where were we? We were over here. I think we were reading after a person's name. So now it's B.B. King, blues musician, A.A. Milne, writer. Read this last. And guys, at the end of this page, I'm going to ask you if it's too simple, we'll move on. How about use a period, Fiona? Go ahead and read from here.
Use a period as a decimal point and to separate dollars and cents. Robert is 99.9% sure that the bus pass cost
$2.50.
$2.50. Use a period after an abbreviation. See page 520 for more about abbreviations.
I'm going to read this for you. Okay, go ahead, Fiona. Good, go ahead.
Use only one period when an abbreviation is the last word in a sentence. A library has books, CDs, DVDs, magazines, etc.
Very, very good. That was excellent. Now, guys, I'm assuming that you all are going to say that this is too easy. Am I correct? Raphael, do you understand the punctuation? Is this too easy for you? Or should we review it?
I know.
You know this? Angie, is this stuff that you know?
Yes,
Is this too easy, Angie?
yes.
It's too easy. Okay. Carly, is this too easy?
I think it's very easy, but I think it's best to have a review.
Oh, Carly, that's a good answer. Okay, we'll do a real quick review because if it is too easy, I don't want to bore you. I want you guys to be challenged in my class to learn new things. Can I ask you, can you see DR dot? What does DR mean? What is that the abbreviation for?
Doctor.
Good, correct. What about JR? What is that the abbreviation of? Yes, Angie.
Junior.
Correct. All right, you guys know all of this. I don't know if I want to spend too much time. Question marks. Do you think we should do question marks? Carly says yes. Let me ask you, Raphael, do you think we should do the question marks? Or is it too easy?
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay. I'm sorry, Raphael.
Never mind.
Never mind. Okay, Angie, why don't you quickly read that for us, please? Read this page, and then after that, we're going to go back to the text. Go ahead.
Question marks. A question mark is used after a direct question, an interrogative sentence. Sometimes it is used to show doubt, uncertainty about the correctness of a detail. In direct questions, place a question mark at the end of a direct question. Do airbags make cars safer? No question mark is used after an indirect question. In an indirect question, you tell about the question you or someone else asked. I asked if airbags make cars safer.
Angie, I'm going to stop there for a minute, and I'm going to ask all of you guys, do you think that airbags make cars safer? And why? Anybody want to answer? I'm sorry?
No.
Raphael, go ahead.
I don't think so that that airbags make cars safer, because if the car's engines exploded, well, I'm afraid that airbags ain't no use.
Ain't no use. Look at that. Did you say ain't no use, Raphael?
Yes.
Raphael. Yeah, you did. Okay.
I think it's, I don't know.
Do you know what, Raphael? You have a point. Carly, what were you going to say?
When you have a crash, but it don't use when you have
when your car is born or something else?
Her car blew up.
Do you know what I hear what you guys are saying? I think I agree with all of you. I think that sometimes airbags can be a problem, but I think the majority of times airbags can be okay. I think they can help an awful lot. Angie, could you please continue? And I'm sorry to have interrupted your reading. You were doing so good.
In Thai questions, a question mark is used when you add a short question to the end of a statement. This type of statement is called a Thai question. The end of this century is the year 2099, isn't it? Place a question to show doubt. Place a question mark in parentheses to show that you aren't sure a fact is correct. The ship arrived in Boston on July 23rd, 1652. Exclamation points. An exclamation point is used to express strong feeling. It may be placed after a word, a phrase, or a sentence to show strong feeling. Surprise, word. Happy birthday, phrase. Wait for me, sentence. Tip. Never use extra exclamation points. Hooray! In school writing assignments or in business letters.
Angie, your English is so good. And I really like the way you read. You see, the way Angie read was she said surprise. So she knew that the exclamation mark made her use that intonation. Intonation is the tone that you use when you're talking. Oh, I'm so happy. That is an upward intonation. Does everybody understand that? All right. All right, let's go back up to our page. Well, let's see that I think we have one more in punctuation. No, that's end punctuation. Let's go back up to our pages, which are page 16 and 18. And let's continue looking at Fumi's work and how she's doing that. Okay, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to view this as a 2-page view. Oh no, hold on one sec. Let me go to page display, show cover. There you go. So this is Fumi's final copy. If you notice at the top, Fumi has put her name and she has the title of her essay, of her story. Some people even put the date. They would put the date on the right-hand corner so that when they go back through their notes, they know which day and which year they wrote this. So I think what we should do is we're going to get Angie to read the page for us, and then we're going to see, has she followed the 3 goals of her writing, which is ideas, organization, and voice. So let's read this and see whether or not she has followed all these goals of writing. Angie, could you, sorry. Yes, it's Angie. Angie, could you please read this first page for us? Pinching for fun.
Pinching for fun. Did you ever think pinching was fun? I did when I learned how to make a small bowl called a pinch pot. There are 4 steps to making a pinch pot: preparing, shaping, firing, and glazing. Start by preparing the clay. This means getting rid of bubbles. Bubbles can make the clay explode when it's heated in the kiln. To get rid of bubbles, slam the clay on the table a couple of times. This is the loudest part of the process. Next, shape the pinch pot. Roll out a ball of clay. Push your thumb into the center. Keep pinching and turning the clip.
All right, so I'm going to just quickly go over this. She used a rubric. Does anybody know what the teacher used a rubric to mark Fumi's ideas, organization, voice, word choice, sentence fluency, and conventions? Does everybody know what a rubric is?
I
know.
A
I know.
Sure, good. We're going to learn something new today. I'm so happy. A rubric is a way for you as a writer or for me as a teacher to assess, to look at your writing and see whether or where you can improve and where you can make it better. So I have a question before we go and look at the rubric. Maybe we should look at the rubric first and then I'll ask the question first. So let's go down to page 164 in your books, and we're going to look at a rubric. Now, I did not mark your marks with a rubric because we had not studied it yet. I think it's on page 164. But the next time I will try and use a rubric to mark for you so that you can see what it's all about. And you can mark yourself with a rubric too. So let's have a look at this. Gone too far. There it is. And I'm going to view this as a double page. Two-page view. Oh no, okay. I have to now go up and make show cover to a single page. There you go. I hope you guys can see this and it's not too small. So basically a rubric is a way to mark and assess your writing. So on ideas, the teacher gave a number 5 to Fumi. Let's look at number 5. Number 5, well, let's look at ideas first. We're not going to look at 1, 2, and 3 because she is very advanced like you are. You can look at 1, 2, 3 on your own as part of your homework. Let's look at 4, 5, and 6. Those are the marks that she is giving. Number 6 being the very best, number 1 being not so good. Number 4, the comment, if Fumi got a number 4 mark, the teacher would have said this essay is informative with a clear focus. More supporting details are needed. Okay. She did give Fumi a number 5. The number 5 is the essay is informative with a clear focus and supporting ideas. But if she had given a number 6 to Fumi, it would have been the topic, focus, and details make the essay truly memorable. So number 6 is like 100%. Do you have any questions, Carly?
No.
Okay, good. The next number, organization. Fumi got a number 6. She got everything was organized. It was made easy to read, easy to understand. For her voice, she only got a number 5. The writer's voice sounds informative and confident. Very good mark, very good mark. But for excellent, the writer's voice sounds confident, knowledgeable, and enthusiastic. She knows what she's writing about. She's excited about what she's writing about. Number 5, word choice. She got a 5. Now, all of these are very good marks, right? And number 5, specific nouns and action verbs make the essay clear and informative. But she would have got a 6 if she said the word choice makes the essay clear, informative, and interesting. So she just needed to do just a little more of an effort in her writing. The problem which she had in this essay is word fluency. She only got a number 4. Why did she only get a number 4? Because most of the sentences read smoothly, but some are short and choppy. So she could have made the sentences, instead of reading it like a list, first you do this, then you do that, then you do that, she could have maybe joined the sentences together to make them a little bit more informative. She got a 6 for convention, which is brilliant. Convention, the mastery of convention gives the essay authority. So she did very, very well on that. So this is a rubric. This page 164. When you are writing, I suggest that you look at this rubric and you mark yourself. So write first, then go to this page and say, what could I have done better? And if I was a teacher and if I was assessing my own work, I would have given myself a 3 because the focus of the essay needs to be clearer. So this is a really lovely guide to help you guys in your writing. Does anybody have any questions on rubric? No? All right. Was that a yes or a no? I can't. Yes, please, go ahead.
I
Yes.
can't find the rubric in the
Book? Can you go to, do you have page 164?
I don't have. I only have like I only have the page number and the contents, but I don't have it in the book.
Okay, do you know what I'm going to do? I am going to put it up in Google Classroom. So let me do that. Put up page 164. Page 164. I will put up page 164. I will put up the rubric under materials. Okay, there are 2 things in Google Classroom. One is your assignment, which is homework, and one is material. We put up material if there are things that I want to show you. So I will put the rubric page up on Google Classroom for you. And Fiona and Raphael, I will ask the school to send you a new link, okay? Anybody else have any other questions? All right, let's go to the single page here. Command minus, let's see this. All right, reflecting on your own writing. So this is an important thing. We all wrote a little bit last week, I think, with Fumi, didn't we? And if not, any of the writing that you've done in a past, a really good way to reflect on your writing is a way that you can learn. It's a simple way of looking at a piece of writing and thinking about what you learned and deciding how to use what you learned the next time you write. In this way, it's reflecting to make you a better writer, okay? So Raphael, you read the last time. Which of you ladies want to read next? Fiona, would you like to read next for us, please?
I can't.
You can't? Okay, no problem, Fiona. Let's see, who else would like to read this? Carly or Fiona?
I can read it.
Oh, you can, Fiona,
Oh, I
please.
can too.
I know, it's Fiona's turn. Fiona, you go ahead, please, and read for us. I'm sorry, Fiona, go ahead.
Reflecting on your writing. Once the process was finished, Fumi filled out a reflection sheet. This helped her think about how she would do her next writing assignment. Thinking about your writing helps you find ways to improve as a writer. My expository essay.
Great, Fiona, I'm going to stop you for a moment. Does everybody know what an expository essay means?
Yes.
Yes,
I know.
Raphael, what is it, Raphael?
Expository essay means to explain something.
Yes, yes, Raphael, it's a how-to. You guys are so smart. It is a how-to essay. Excellent. Fiona, please do continue.
The best part of my essay is how I describe each step of making pottery. The part that still needs work is the length of my sentences. The main thing I learned about writing an expository essay is that it's important to use the specific terms.
Good.
Words like fire, kiln, and glaze is important for the reader to understand. The next time I write a expository essay, I would like to explain how to make sushi. Here is one question I still have about expository writing.